capacité à attirer et à retenir des nouveaux arrivants d'expression française grâce à l'immigration économique régionale. Le programme pilote s'aligne sur la nouvelle politique en matière d'immigration francophone de mon ministère que j'ai lancé il y a une couple de semaines. De nouvelles communautés francophones s'ajouteront aux programmes d'immigration régionaux dans lesquels les employeurs et les communautés joueront un rôle important dans la sélection de nouveaux arrivants pour leur région. Nous continuerons évidemment à travailler en consultation avec tous les partenaires pour rétablir et même augmenter le poids démographique des francophones de notre pays. This spring, we'll open the applications process for communities interested in participating in either pilot, and we'll then select the communities who will take part in these new pilots. Le nombre définitif de communautés qui participent à ce sera déterminé après un processus de demande, mais nous prévoyons plus de communautés que nous avions pour le programme pilote d'immigration dans les régions rurales du Nord. De plus, les communautés qui participent au programme pilote d'immigration dans les communautés francophones joueront un rôle actif dans l'attraction, la sélection et la rétention des nouveaux arrivants francophones et évidemment même bilingues. As we make the rural and northern immigration pilot permanent, communities who took place in RNIP will have the opportunity to reapply to one of these pilots, and no reason to believe they won't be the successful candidates. Everyone just has to go through the process. But I'm confident that this new pilot, an enhanced version, will be one that will be able to meet the labor needs and grow communities. Today's announcement is a step towards establishing more permanent support for economic migration to rural and remote communities across Canada, which is it's critical to your long-term economic prosperity. At its core, this is about ensuring that rural and remote communities have the talented, skilled workers that they need to help grow their economies. Alors que nous continuons de poursuivre nos efforts de relever les défis nationaux qui sont liés au vieillissement de la population et aux pénuries de main-d'œuvre, les programmes d'immigration régionaux comme celui-ci produisent d'excellents résultats et jouent un rôle essentiel pour assurer la prospérité économique du pays à long terme. Cela est évident lorsque nous témoignons l'histoire de la réussite ici ou de Carrière Industrial Supply, un fournisseur de fabriquement d'équipements miniers fondé ici à Sudbury en 1964, alors que leur entreprise continuait de croître. Celle-ci, comme beaucoup d'autres, s'est trouvée confrontée à une pénurie de travailleurs qualifiés pour répondre à ses besoins de production. And after multiple attempts to recruit experienced local tradespeople, this family-owned welding shop opted to look abroad. And since hiring senior welders from Mexico, Carrier Industrial Supply has now grown exponentially, broken into new markets, and developed even better products. And as the skilled workers who have arrived work in places like Carrier and others, they're excited to land here, welcoming communities where they can build a life that is full and complete for their families. And really look forward to visiting more communities, and I will be in Sault Ste. Marie tomorrow to see the work that they're doing. Hope that's not a rival statement, but you know, there's work to be done around the country, and as we expand these programs, provide agencies to your communities, making sure that the federal government is doing its role and making sure that you have the tools you need, and also the people, particularly in communities that have strong French-speaking communities. This is something I think we can all be proud of, and with this announcement today, we have the potential of doubling the number of people that you'll be able to welcome according to the parameters of the program. So congratulations to everyone. Je vous félicite infiniment. Et merci. I think Viviane or Paul. Merci.
This mic's got to go back down. Bon matin tout le monde. Hello. C'est un plaisir d'être parmi vous aujourd'hui. Et Ministre Miller, je tiens avec mon collègue Marc Serré de vous remercier pour la bonne nouvelle aujourd'hui. Making RNIP permanent is of great import to our community. I'm going to focus my comments on the importance of public policy. And public policy is exactly that. It is policy that is led by, dirigé par le public. And I really want to acknowledge the Chamber of Commerce, Debbie and the board, for their advocacy around RNIP. Since I can't go back to 2015, Marc, but I know since being MP in 2021, every minister that we've brought to Sudbury and that has met with the Chamber, the very first item the Chamber tables with ministers is, when are you going to make RNIP permanent? They represent the businesses that are their members. They understand clearly the needs. They have sent letters. They have talked to ministers. They've talked to the MPs. And most recently, they were successful at a national level at the Canadian Chamber of Commerce to have a motion passed on RNIP and sent that off to our federal government. And it is through that advocacy, I will tell you, that enables our jobs as MPs. When we speak with the minister, they are aware. We go there and the shirt sleeves are already rolled up. They understand the needs and the significance of this immigration pilot program for our community. So I want to thank Debbie and your team, as well as the board of the Chamber, for the advocacy that you've done. This is very much an accomplishment of yours as well. So thank you. The City of Sudbury has done an outstanding job in managing this program, and I could tell you that every year, each and every year that RNIP was introduced, they doubled the numbers to the point where now that they've maxed those numbers, and I'm sure, Paul, when you come up here, you'll probably be asking for the cap to be even made greater. So I thank everyone. This is a wonderful day, and Paul, I invite you to the podium to say a few words as well.
Merci beaucoup, Viviane. Ministre Miller, bienvenue encore une fois ici. Grand plaisir de te recevoir. And a few echoes of what Viviane and Mark said. So thank you, Debbie, certainly to the Chamber and all the advocacy. You recall when we first discussed this a number of years ago, as we were contemplating what we can do certainly to ensure the jobs that were going unfilled, right? And we don't want those jobs to leave Northern Ontario, so not to leave Sudbury, and how we make sure that they were filled. And at the same time, we were certainly contemplating what can we do certainly as a community to continue this advocacy. And when I certainly look at what has been accomplished and where we are today, it's, as Minister Miller said, you know, we're clapping for ourselves, but at the same time, Mr. Miller, you know, you need to realize the advocacy that it took, and certainly for you and your ministry and your previous immigration ministers that believed in the program, and now that's certainly making it permanent. It's quite. When I reflect, certainly on a number of years of how we got here, right, and what we've accomplished, and the needs that we have. I just came back, as you mentioned, we just came back from the big mining conference. One of the major issues that we're hearing is we need to find people to fill these jobs. And we're in a very unique situation. The critical minerals, la filière des minéraux critiques, très important pour le nord de l'Ontario, comme pour le Canada. Mais en même temps, on a une opportunité. Mais si on n'a pas les travailleurs pour remplir ces positions-là, ça va être très difficile de continuer. And as I always say in my speeches when I talk about mining, Sudbury is very unique. We have 9 operating mines within the city itself, 2 smelters, 2 refineries, 2 mills, as well as now, with just north of us, 2 hours north of us, the largest the gold mine in Canada is being built. Actually, we'll be pouring the first gold bar, and in about 5 years from now, it'll become the largest gold mine in Canada. 5 hours north of us is the Detour mine, that is one of the largest gold mines in Canada. And on the west side, the northwest side in Malartic, another one of the largest gold mines. But we need people to fill those jobs. In this program, the